In this video, I'm going to be combining a few different things that I really love in Desmos. The first thing I want to do is I want students to actually write on the page. So we're doing order of operations. So just to show you, you can click custom image. And this is a really easy problem, but I would give them a harder problem. So here right now, they can actually write on this. So if I click on preview, they can write on this page, which is really great for us to be able to see. So that's the first step that I'm going to take. So to do this, I just clicked on sketch, and then over here, you can either do blank background, a graph, or you can do custom image, which is where I'm going to be adding their problems. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this part, and I want this to be a read only, true. So I want this just to be here. I don't want Desmos to interact with it at all. So once I've set that, I'm going to come over to the math response box, and I'm going to click right here, and I want to tell it what to do. So correct, and then input 2 is what I'm going to call it. Now I'm going to go back and name input 2. So right now it's going to tell me I have an error. Numeric value equals, so when it equals 5, they're correct. And then I want to do check 2. You could pick a different number. I'm picking check 2. This dot numeric value equals, again, 5. Right, so I'm telling it the check 2 piece for the next part. So right now it's going to say I have an error. I'm going to call this input 2 so that it knows where it's looking. So it's looking right there for our input 2. So last thing is I have a note. So over here I clicked a note and I have this. So last piece I'm going to come over here and click on is right here. So this is where I want it to give the students the feedback. So I'm going to type in feedback equals when not. And so I called it input 2. If you called it something different, that's what you would put right there, submitted. So when it's not submitted, I just want it to be blank, no feedback given. So when input 2 script dot check 2, so this is where that check 2 is coming into play that I put on the last one. I want it to say correct. And then for the last thing, I want it to say otherwise. So if they're wrong, so if it's blank, there's no response. If they're correct, they see the words correct. Otherwise, I want them to see it not quite. Try again. And you can always add emojis and things like that on this part. Then I'm going to click done. And so what does this look like as a student? So here you'll notice this is dashboard preview. So this is the teacher side. So if they put in 6 as a teacher, I'm seeing that it's wrong. Now right now the student hasn't seen a response yet. When they hit submit, that's when they're going to see the response. So you see no response popped up. So that's because the last thing I need to do is on this component, I need to come down here and click, and then I'm going to call it feedback. So now it is going to give them feedback. So if we do the same thing again, so if I come in, I put in a wrong answer on my dashboard as a teacher, it's going to say I'm wrong. And then I hit submit and it says not quite, try again. So if they come back up here and they put in 5, and you can already see on the teacher dashboard it says you're right, they hit submit and it says correct. So this is great. Just keep in mind that if this is a graded activity and you are putting in that feedback piece, they are going to be able to go back and change it because they're going to be able to see if they're correct or not correct. This piece up here is just what you see as a teacher. So if you're just looking to see like, are they right or are they wrong? You can see that here. And then also because this is a sketch, you can also see what they are writing out here. So this is a quick way as a teacher for you to be able to look and see, are they getting it? Or are they not getting it? Just again, keep in mind that if you have feedback turned on, then they can go back and change their answer because